Welcome to the Naked Relationship Podcast. I'm your host, and it's not just me today because I have the lovely wife of mine sitting right in front of me, trying not to laugh because she's like, I'm sorry.
What am I sorry for?
Because you stood me up.
That was 4 years ago. Okay.
Oh, no. You don't get off that easy.
Yeah, I do.
I am specifically talking about how you stood me up last week. You kept saying, oh, we'll record on Tuesday. We'll record on Wednesday. Thursday rolls around. We'll record in the morning. Friday rolls around. Yeah, I don't have time to record today.
Listen, sometimes I get tired, exhausted. Maybe we just don't need to post as regularly, okay? That's maybe a you thing.
I'd like to. I'd like to do a week. I think it's for the best.
But I'm back.
In
you
black. With your black hair.
My pussy.
Oh.
Petting it right now.
Are you?
It's
oh.
purring. It's ready.
Ooh. What's his name? Bjork? Bjork. Unfortunately, she's not talking about her actual physical vagina. She's talking about the pussycat on her lap named Dr. Burke.
Yeah. He went to med school.
Yeah.
Graduated summa cum laude.
What medical school did he go to?
He went to Yale Medical School.
Well, Yale, yeah.
You want to know his specialty?
Pussyitis.
Stop.
OBGYN.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, my Lord.
All right. So, what are we talking about?
All right. So, we were actually just kind of talking about this. Remember how we used to write everything down?
Yeah.
Like you were saying?
Yeah.
And now
sound, we were doing sound check and everything and shoot the shit. And I was reminding Adam, hey, remember when we used to write out what we were going to say on the show?
That's been so long.
Now we just wing it and say whatevs.
I think it might have been probably 30 episodes ago that we stopped doing that.
Yeah, we just got lazy.
6 months ago.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy to me. I'm writing this out each episode that we create, and we are on episode 63 if you don't include the solo chats. But I think there's 6 or 7 of those. So that puts us at 69,
Yay!
Our anniversary, or 70, which I think is just fucking crazy.
Same.
Anyway, so this episode, we're going to talk about last week's Twitter poll of the week, this week's Twitter poll of the week, because we want your input on last week's about size.
My input.
Well, yeah.
Duh.
Because I was giving my input and what I thought was your view. I know you don't listen to the episodes after we publish them.
Sometimes I do.
It's super rare.
Yeah.
But at least you show some love to the artwork that you are creating. Anyway, we're going to talk about that. And then we are also going to talk about you had a sugar daddy experience.
I had
A few. We might break that into separate episodes. Maybe not, though. But, and then also, we're going to talk about Adam's Tinder game because, I think my matches are fucking hilarious. So anyway, we're going to get into this week's episode. All right, so last week's Twitter poll of the week was, what type of girth do you prefer your partner's cock to have? Thick, thin, regular, doesn't matter. Thick was your overall winner at 42.5%. Regular 37.5%. In second place, doesn't matter, 17.5%, and thin at 2.5. Jack's couple said L likes them thick and a little above average in length, but it doesn't really matter if they know what they're doing. To which Waldo Rio said, exactly, babe. I gave my input on this. I prefer regular, I think. I would like to try maybe a thick or two, but not really had too many opportunities.
Really? What's the biggest you've had?
Probably one of those strap-on that we've used.
Oh, okay.
The first one. That's
the red one?
Remember that kid that I grew up with? His cock was about the same size as that strap-on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The red or the black?
The first strap-on. That's really not even a strap-on. It's more like a...
Oh, that plastic dick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean...
That was pretty thick, though.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so that was my take on it, but I can only say so much because here in our area, it's almost like you match with people on Grindr or other places, and they're like, yeah, I'm a switch or whatever. And you're like,
what's a switch again?
Goes both ways.
Top and bottom?
Bop and tottom. So, but when you get there to play with them and you're like, okay, I fucked you. Can you fuck me now? Or whatever.
Wait, you fucked them?
Yeah.
Okay. And they're like, you want them to fuck you?
Yes.
And they're like, nah.
Exactly.
Whoa.
I fucking hate that shit.
Yeah. Then why don't you just look for...
Yeah, but that's the thing. A lot of them will say that, but then they really just want you to fuck them and be done with it. But it's like,
It goes both ways. If you go that way.
It's like oral. If you don't reciprocate it, what the fuck?
Yeah. Okay. First of all, don't make fun of that, okay? Because baby Kelley didn't know and she was afraid. So I never reciprocated oral when I first, started
and now look
my
at you.
sexual journey. And now look at me. I'm the fucking queen.
You are like Lola Levine, the blowjob machine.
Okay. So can I say my input on the poll?
If you count to 3, I'm kidding. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, don't get me wrong. Okay. I'm going to give my honest opinion.
Well, because I know your ideal penis is not Pepe. I know it.
But I love Pepe. I married Pepe. Okay.
No, you married me. He's just attached to me.
Exactly.
Regardless, you said you like girthier penises.
Yeah, I like him thick. I like him a little on the average or a little bit below average. If I'm going to be honest. Okay.
You're what?
I like him thick and average or a little bit below average.
In
size,
length or
in
girth?
length, in length. I know, weird.
+1 for Pepe. He's a lot below average.
No, so Pepe is fine. I would classify him as regular and a little bit above average. Okay.
In length?
Length.
Okay, because we know he's not above average in girth.
Yeah.
I'm not I don't want to say a pencil.
You're not a pencil.
I just said that.
Yeah, but you've said it before. You're like, I have a pencil dick.
Yeah, because
No,
I
you
love
don't.
to fuck with you. It's almost kind of like when I say I'm ugly or something, or what's it like having an ugly husband? It's to rile you up.
Okay, continue.
You were saying that Pepe is a slightly above average in length and a regular thickness.
Yes. Okay.
So keep going.
I prefer thick and a little
Juicy.
bit below average in length.
Kind of like that.
But that all goes out the window if you fucking know what you're doing with it, okay? Whatever dick you have, as long as you know what you're doing with it, I don't give a fuck. But if you don't, and that's all I get, yeah, I'm going to prefer the thick with a little shortness.
Shortness. Like you.
Yay! That's me exactly! Oh my goodness. Okay, but yeah,
Christ.
that's my input.
Oh, man. All right, so moving on to this week's Twitter poll of the week. Kelley has not seen the final results, and it is OnlyFans or Patreon. Which would you prefer from us? See details in the thread below. If you have feedback, include that in a response. We want your feedback. Shout out to, again, Jack's Couple loyal listener. Love the idea of a Patreon.
Okay, I do not want a Patreon, guys. It's not sex worker friendly, okay? And I feel like OnlyFans is the content platform that we are gonna use, because I'm gonna convince Adam to do an OnlyFans, not both of them, okay?
Okay, let me explain for the listeners what the ideas exactly were. So Patreon, there would be 4 tiers, $2, $5, $20, and $50. $2 gets you a thank you, a gracias amigo or amiga. $5 you get to listen to the show bloopers and you get invited to a Telegram group which has yet to be created. $20 gets you a once a month group video hangout, like a video chat with the whole group, all of you. $50 gets you a free t-shirt upon your first month and a personal video hangout with Kelley and I. And then the OnlyFans, we would post nudes, videos, and do live shows, which honestly, that could be the place to do the group hangouts and video chats and stuff like that. Yeah,
exactly. We can go live.
Yeah, we could go live, but we wouldn't get to see the beautiful faces of our audience.
Yeah, but they can do a live show with us and see how we I like to scarf down food and annoy Adam right before I put on my headphones.
When you said scarf, I thought you were going to say scarf down cock. And I'm like,
I like to eat and drink, and then I sometimes bring loud snacks and chomp on them while he's setting up the mic.
I fucking hate
I love
ASMR, whatever that shit is.
Yeah,
I fucking
love that
hate
shit.
it.
I love it.
All right. So anyway, Jack's Couple said he loves the idea of a Patreon. He's not the only one, but what I was thinking is kind of we could still do we could do both, but in a smaller scale. So instead of doing a personal hangout and the $50 tier, we would knock that out. And we would just keep the 2 and the 5. And the 5 would be the Telegram group invite and maybe a group video chat once a month.
Yeah.
And
that's it. 2 and 5.
Yeah. And that's Patreon.
Yeah.
And then OnlyFans, just nudes, videos, and live shows if we feel like doing a live show on there.
I feel like live shows are fun.
Yeah.
In the comfort of our freaking playroom.
Make her squirt. I will try.
Oh my God. So yeah. So that is coming. Get it?
Yeah. So you'd be comfortable doing the 2 and the 5 like I just described,
I would
but
be
doing
comfortable.
both.
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, we would be showing our faces in all of these. So speaking of that, we are working on finalizing that aspect. So there's a lot of details to be worked out, but we are close to finalizing that. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, you'll find out how beautiful Kelley is and how ugly I am.
It's vice.
I'm going to spank the fuck out of your ass for saying that. When you're negative, the audience doesn't know this.
No, but don't you like when you listen to a podcast, don't you have like listen to it, okay? The first thing you hear, the first like sense is the hearing, okay? So you already start to develop what they look like, okay? Yeah,
but I don't want people to say, "Oh, she's hot, but he's ugly." Like, I mean, obviously that's the way it is. But I don't want people to be like disappointed. You know what I'm saying?
No. I'm just saying, like, some people are. Like, I already developed what certain people look like based on their voice, based on the podcast that I listen to. And sometimes I don't even want to look them up because I know that I'm going to be disappointed.
I mean, honestly, like, when I first saw your profile, I knew exactly how, like, when we were, like, dating or whatever, but, like, before, like, when you stood me up 3 times. Like, I already knew what your voice sounded like.
No, you didn't fucking know.
You sounded like a slut.
Get over this. Oh, okay. But yeah. Anyway, so you guys get to see our faces this year.
Yeah. Well, anyway, moving forward, hopefully once the world gets back around and the pandemic is over, we can do, like, lots of fun things. Maybe do some meetups, meet and greets, whatever.
Meet and greets, live shows.
Live shows.
That would be fun.
Live in-person shows. Squirt Fest. No, I'm kidding. At that point, we might as well just call it like a big like orgy fest or something.
Yeah, like
and I don't
porn.
think we would actually be down for doing an orgy. That's just too much for us. Anyway, so moving on, you
soldier boy
up in this hoe. Anyway, you've got some experiences to talk about that are pretty interesting because they both end essentially the same way.
Yeah. So disappointing. These are my 2 most recent sugar daddy experiences, okay? Because my Tinder game has not been going strong, and I've been swiping. No one's been swiping right on me.
Bitch, I think I super liked you. And then, and then I'm like, babe, you should like check your Tinder. Hey, babe, I didn't actually go through your phone, but I know that you got a notification that someone super liked you. Oh, I get those all the time. Babe, look at your fucking Tinder account. No, I'll look at it later. Like 3 or 4 days go by and I get a message from you, not even acknowledging, like, and I'm driving. I'm like, I bet this is flirtatious because they normally are. And it said it was from you. So I thought it was going to be flirtatious. It wasn't. And it said, you should remove that last picture. And I'm like, what the fuck? I super liked you, and that's the response I get.
I get so many super likes on Tinder that they don't even faze me anymore. It's not even special anymore. So
I wouldn't know anything. I've never been super liked in my life.
Oh, I super liked you.
Okay, my wife doesn't count.
Okay.
You didn't super like me.
Like in real life, I mean, I'm married. You're super like. Anyways, like I said, Tinder game has not been going strong. My super likes are people I'm not attracted to. And if I don't have the initial attraction,
you're not attracted to me.
So I had a sugar daddy that I met up with last year because he like moved here to the city where we live in October. And that's when we met up and we were talking about like the arrangement and everything and what he was looking for. And he just started a new job, of course, because that's why he moved here. So I understood that he was busy, but I would periodically like at Thanksgiving and at Christmas, and I think New Year's, I would send him like, hey, happy Thanksgiving, happy Christmas, happy New Year's, just to kind of keep him, like, make sure he's still interested. And he would reply. But finally, last week, we were going to do the do.
So it was Super Bowl Sunday.
It was Super Bowl Sunday. I remember, yes.
Because I was like, your ass better be home before the game starts.
Yes. So he invited me over. He said he had a break between his book club and Super Bowl Sunday. So like a 2-hour break. So I was like, great, perfect. And he asked if we wanted to go to dinner and grab drinks. I was like, no, let's just get it done. Because I know like he doesn't have a lot of time.
I'm fixins to fuck you is what you were thinking.
Exactly. So first of all, when I get dressed up for these things, I like to do my makeup. I like to look cute. I like to dress up.
And you know how long it takes? Like 4.5 hours to get ready.
Ideally. But this, I cut it down to an hour and a half this time, okay? And my hair is shorter. I don't have to curl it.
Your hair's shorter by like a quarter of an inch.
I like the process of getting ready. It's therapeutic. It's calming.
And
it
then
gets
you're
me
playing
in my
yada,
zone.
yada, yada, yada on the fucking
Exactly.
speaker.
I got my playlist going. I'm getting pumped. I'm getting excited. I love it. So I text him that day, say, hey, are we still on for today? He's like, yes. He sends me his address like an hour before. Like an hour and a half before I start getting ready, start getting cute. I took a couple pictures because I felt really cute. And so I get there. And I've been here before because I dropped him off after our first meeting because he didn't have a ride. He just moved there and hadn't bought a car. So he gave me his address.
How old is this fucker?
He's like in his 30s.
And he's a sugar daddy?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, it's just we're not in like a big city like New York or anywhere that has like a big central downtown where it makes sense to not have a car.
Downtown and like the grocery store is like walking distance.
Oh, really?
Like everything is walking distance.
I didn't think our town like was like that.
Yeah. Like downtown is. Anyways, so I get there, get to the complex, and he told me like there's not a lot of parking and like they have a garage, but it's like security code. Like you have to have a code there. Like you have to be a resident there. So I looked it up beforehand to see where I would park because I knew it was going to be like an issue. So I go to the back of the building, which I didn't realize how big this apartment complex was. And so I go in the back, I park on the back side because there's like a 2-hour free parking, park there. And I walk out and I head towards what I think is the back entrance of the building. And I text him and I'm like, hey, I'm here. I'm at this back part of the building. I let him know what street I'm on. And he's like, okay. I'll see if I can get there. And 5 minutes go by. He's like, you're not where I thought you were. Can you tell me what you're facing? So I sent him a picture of what I was facing and what it looked like from where I was. Another 10 minutes go by. He's like, listen, I can't find you. Can you come to like the main entrance where the leasing office is? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I start walking to what I think is like a little jog path. Like around the building. So I go there and it goes into a door that has like a security lock on it that you need a code. I'm like, fuck, I can't go here. So I go back around to the opposite side and try to do that. And there's another door where you need a security code. And I'm like, listen, I'm over here by these doors that need like a lock. Is there a way you can let me in at these doors? And he's like, yeah, sure. I'll see if I can find you.
I'm kind of surprised at this point, knowing you, that you didn't just say, fuck it, I'm going home.
I was very close.
Like,
very
get
close.
So deflated really easily.
Yeah.
Whether it's learning how to drive a manual transmission, which you can fully fucking do, you just don't fucking think that you can. The other thing is, like, when it comes to, like, even sex, I come and I'm like, all right, let's keep going. Use a toy. I'm going to make you squirt all over this fucking bed and come 3 times. You're like, no, not doing it. Let's just go to bed.
Yeah. Anyways, so I tell him another 10 minutes go by and he's like, I cannot find. I'm like, fine, I'll go to the front. I go to the front where the leasing office is, and I park in like the new residents can only park here, like in front of the leasing office. And I text him like, hey, it's Sunday. Do you think they're in the office? Will they let me park here? Is that okay? He's like, honestly, I'm not sure. Can you find another spot to park in? And
I'm literally, how did you, knowing you, again, how the fuck did you not just say, fuck it, I'm going home?
but I wanted dick. That's why.
You could have got some dick at home.
I wanted new dick.
All right.
Okay,
That's
that was
fair.
my reason. Anyways, I finally find a place to park. Okay, I park in a bank parking lot that says cars will be towed if you do not like use the businesses whenever. But it was a Sunday. I was like, they're not going to be here.
You're
They're
like,
not going to
fuck
tow
it.
my car.
I'm getting
And
some
if
dick.
I get towed, I'm going to get this guy to pay for this fucking towing fee.
Dick was worth it, was it?
Okay, so after this, it's been 45 minutes trying to find this guy, trying to find a parking spot. And I'm already like a little on edge, okay? As you can tell, my voice. So I finally meet him. And once I start walking inside the building, I realize how fucking huge this apartment complex is, okay?
Not his cock.
Not his cock. The apartment complex was huge. It has like 10 stories and like 5 different buildings, okay? It has 2 swimming pools and a fucking courtyard. It is massive, okay?
This is downtown?
Yeah, this is downtown.
Wow.
Yeah. So he takes me through a maze of like buildings and elevators. And we're finally at his apartment on the 5th floor. And it's like, it kind of looks like our apartment, but like just for one person. He has boxes everywhere. Like he's still in the process of unpacking. I asked to use the restroom and his bathroom is a mess. Like, I feel like all guys.
Was there a turd in the toilet?
No, there was no turd.
Yellow liquid in the...
No, but there was like, this bothers me. Like, why do single guys feel like it's okay to leave an empty toilet paper roll on?
You have no room to fucking
always
talk.
change it, bitch.
Really?
I always fucking change it.
Really?
Yes.
It went 2 days this week.
Yeah, because I always change it. And I was trying to get you to change it for once. 2
You
whole
use
days.
toilet paper more than I do. I never use it. What the fuck do I use it for?
You don't wipe your dick?
No.
You don't dab it?
No, I don't do the dab. That's like some 16-year-old like dance move.
It's weird. Anyways, so he had like 6 other like empty toilet paper like rolls on the counter and then like a used roll of toilet paper. And I was like, I threw all those away. I replaced the toilet paper. And you know when he had as hand soap? Fucking dish soap.
My boy.
Like standard guy apartment. It was insane. But so I come back, we sit on the couch for like a minute. He has the tiniest couch. It literally was the futon, I think, a futon couch.
Oh, like the one we first fucked on?
Yeah.
Hey, you love that.
It was tiny. Anyways, so
Remember when
we
you
talked
made
for
me
a
sell
second.
it?
Yeah, I made you sell it.
The first place we ever had sex and you made me fucking sell it.
The first place where I squirted too.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No, they carried that away when they brought us our new bed. Because it was, you only squirted on the futon after we moved into the new place.
Whatever. You're mixing up the stories. Anyways, back to mine. So we talk about the Super Bowl for a minute. And I'm like, hey, do you want to like go into the bedroom? And thankfully, he had like a really soft bed that was king sized, my preferred. Okay. So we get on the bed. He's like, can I give you a massage first? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I'm like chatting, talking about work or something. And he's giving me a massage and it starts getting like sensual and everything. He's rubbing my shoulders and then he starts rubbing my boobies. And then I start like rubbing his dick with my back almost. And then I like he's behind me rubbing my shoulders. And I'm just kind of like, you know.
Oh, is that your dick? Daddy.
Basically. And he starts kissing my neck and everything. And I wore a dress, okay? I wore a dress with some cute pink lingerie, okay? Because I like to dress up.
Cold chills.
And I finally like turn around and start making out with him. I start rubbing his dick. And then I make him lay on his back. And I take off my dress. And I'm wearing like I said, this cute pink lingerie. And we make out for a little bit. And then I go to take off his shorts. Like he was wearing super casual stuff, okay, which was fine, I guess. But I start taking off his shorts and everything, and like I've been rubbing his dick, so I kind of feel like it's a little girthy, which I'm like totally ready for, totally excited. I'm like, yes.
Believe the word you used to describe this cock was yummy.
Yummy, yes.
Not in your tummy.
So I start going down on him and thankfully, like I could tell he showered, which I love it, live for it. And I start going down and like doing my like nice oral skills. And like immediately he's like, whoa. Like he is blown away.
Pun intended. And
he's like, oh my God, you're so fucking good. I didn't realize how good you were going to be. I was like, thank you. In my head. And like he's like, listen, I'm gonna come. So he starts like pulling me towards his face so I can like make out with him a little bit, but like I want to give him the best blowjob of his life. Okay, so I go back down there, I start licking the shaft, licking his balls, going up and down, and like not even a minute into it, he comes in my mouth. Okay, like I swallow every bit of it. Okay, and then I like, because I'm like evil, I like licking it after they come and they're like, oh no. I like that. Okay, I think it's fun and evil. And he's like totally spent laying on his back in a fucking daze. And I'm kind of there like waiting, like, is this it? And a few minutes later, I realized, yes, that's fucking it. And I was very, very disappointed.
45 minutes for parking, 20 minutes to walk through the building, 10 minutes of small talk bullshit conversation you give no fucks about, followed by a 35-second blowjob.
Exactly.
Worth it. All right, so move on to the other story.
Okay,
It's
let me tell you what I did, though, afterwards. I put on my clothes. I take 2 boxes because I've been selling some of my shit on Mercari, and I'm not paying for boxes, so I take 2 of his Amazon boxes. I'm like, hey, can I have these? And he pays me $100 for a blowjob.
And 2 boxes. 100 boxes, $100.
And 2 boxes.
And 2 boxes.
I mean, I don't really care about the monetary side. I just like the thrill of it. I don't know. So it was fine, but I would have really liked to fuck him because I saw the condoms in the freaking bathroom.
Well,
Nothing.
You got home and like I could smell the cock on your face and I was like, ooh, I'm fixing to fuck you.
Adam fucked me way better.
Well, of course, because he didn't. So the bar was set pretty low.
Exactly.
So the second one.
Okay, the second one
was the middle of the night. You're like, can I go do this? And I thought I might be doing something too, but no.
No.
So you drove the 25-minute drive.
Let me tell the story. Okay, so I was on Seeking Arrangements, which is my preferred site. And this guy messaged me and he's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm just chilling, hanging out. He's like, and I was pretty horny. Okay, so that's why I felt like it was okay for me to go to this nearby city, which is like a 35-minute drive one way. And I asked Anna before I like confirmed. I'm like, hey, I'm horny. Can I go see this sugar daddy in this nearby city? And Adam at this point was texting with is it a Tinder girl or a Bumble girl?
It's a Snapchat girl who I matched with on Bumble.
Oh.
And I will tell everyone about it in a separate episode. She actually just tried to add me again on Snapchat.
Fuck that bitch.
I mean, I would have liked to, but no.
She petty. Anyways, back. Adam said yes.
She's not petty. It's just kind of one of those where
she's being played and she don't know she's being played.
No, I'm not playing her.
No, the other guy's playing her.
Oh, well, yeah, that is a thing, but I potentially.
Okay, you don't need to talk about it right now.
I'm just giving like a little snippet of a preview, okay? It's one of those like really fucked up situations that belongs on a single girl tip of the week. Not to steal anything from Brian and Brenna, who do a single guy tip of the week, but this girl could totally just have her own fucking episode on a single girl tip of the week.
Okay, so Adam gave his okay. The guy texted me his address and I sent it to Adam. My locations was on, so I go on my merry way. What was I wearing?
Luckily, you're wearing that dress that you wore in the back of your grandpa's truck when you weren't wearing panties, and we took a photo and uploaded it to the Twitter.
I was wearing comfy clothes. I took a blanket because it was cold, and I was wearing my house slippers.
Which was the best part.
So I go out there, I drive the 30 minutes. I get there, and like this guy was telling me that he owns a business, and it's like a bar type restaurant.
And we got no free food out of this.
I know.
Not even a free sausage.
And he sends me the address. And first I Google map it and it's a fucking bank. I'm like, hey, this is a bank. He's like, yeah, I know. Google Maps won't show my restaurant. So it's right across from this bank. I'm like, okay, cool. Get there. And I didn't feel comfortable parking in a bank. So, because that's very suspicious. And
don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
So I like drive a little bit. I get to like a little parking garage for like Enterprise where they rent cars. And I immediately see a sign that says no overnight parking. Cops will be called. I'm like, fuck. So I turn around. I find a hardware store that's like right next to the bank. So I park in that parking lot and I let the guy know like, hey, I'm here. And he's like not responding for a minute. He's like, oh, okay, I'm just finishing up with a customer. I'll be right there. I'll be in a white pickup truck. So I wait a couple minutes. I'm chatting with Adam, letting him know, giving him updates. And like 5 minutes goes by and this guy comes in his little pickup truck. And it's not a little pickup truck, okay? This thing is fucking huge on some fucking tires. And
you're only 3 foot tall. How did you get up in there?
I'm only 5 feet tall. And like I went around the truck and like, you know where the headlights are?
Yeah.
That's where my fucking head was. Okay. And I'm like this guy rolls down this window. I'm like, how am I going to get in this fucking truck? And he's like, oh, you can do it. I got steps. Bitch. I was in my flippy floppies in a dress. So I like climbed up in there and we just go around to his business, like to the backside. And luckily there's like a little baby tree line and we just parked by the trees and I could still see my car. So I felt safe. And luckily his windows were tinted. So like we chat for a bit and I'm like, this guy is very young. Okay. He was like 35 and I'm used to talking to guys in their 50s and 60s. So I tell him, so I'm like, hey, you're kind of young. What are you doing on this site? He's like, oh, is that like upsetting to you? I'm sorry, I'm not a grandpa. And he just like had that running joke the whole time. And I was like, no, but really, like, how did you find the site? He was like, oh, a buddy of mine told me about it. And like, I was like curious, like, oh, how old's your buddy? He's like, oh, he's 50. I was like, huh, makes sense. And so we chatted a little bit. He told me he had like a little baby girl at home. He recently ended things with his girlfriend of only like 6 months. Things weren't apparently working out. And he was just saying he never has time to like date and stuff. And he just wanted something easy. And I was like, welcome to Easy, Kelley over here.
Have you talked to him since?
No, actually not. But anyway, so I finally like get to the part where like, hey, are we gonna do anything? He's like, yeah, can I have a hug first? What are we in middle school? Can I have a hug?
Don't give me that shit. I want a hug from you all the fucking time. Especially so I can grab up on your booty.
Okay, anyways, I go across the sea and like hug this guy. And then we start making out, and I noticed that he smelled like smoke. I'm like, ew, do you smoke? He's like, oh, it's just my business. I'm like, good. That shit can kill you. Anyways, and then I start rubbing his dick, and I also notice that it is thick with 2 C's, maybe 3. And we start making out. I start rubbing. I take off his pants. I definitely feel the thickness now. And like I start going down and it's a little bit girthy. It's a little bit big. I'm like, ooh, I'm so excited.
About to get fucked.
Exactly. I'm about to get fucked in this truck. Nah, girl.
Another 30 seconds?
Another fucking 30 seconds. And like, I'm not even doing anything special. It's just my regular
okay, so
Kelley blowjob.
Let me intertwine here.
Interject.
Whatever. All right, so you gave me a blowjob, like the first one that you've given me in a while. The other day.
It's okay.
Huh?
I haven't given you any in a while because I've had braces and they keep getting tighter and they hurt, okay?
Regardless, point is, it's the first one you've given me in a while, all right? And you start going down on me, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you were literally trying to get me to come. It's almost like you have the mindset of, I'm gonna make this motherfucker have the best blowjob he's ever had in his fucking life. Yeah, you are. Because if you would have kept going, it would have been another 30-second guy for you. So you know how when you don't like it when I just go from like 0 to 100?
Mm-hmm.
It's very applicable here.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Because
but I can't even tease you either. Like, you don't like having your balls licked.
Okay, so here's the thing. I can be teased like that, but like my balls have to be shaved. Look, don't say anything. My balls have to be shaved because like the hair, like sometimes you apply the right amount of pressure with your tongue and the other times it like tickles the hair. So like it tickles. So then that's overwhelming. And then other times I don't like my balls being played with until I have like an actual erection. Mm-hmm. Like it just doesn't not feel good, but it's almost like sensory overload. Mm-hmm, okay. Mm-hmm. The other thing is,
I love your balls. They're the best ones I've ever had in my mouth.
And you've had a lot of golf balls in there.
Exactly.
I've seen how many marshmallows you can fit in there. Spoiler, it's 2. Anyway, but the thing about it is like you're wanting to like basically essentially just like rip my pants off. And just like fucking best blowjob I've ever had. I'm gonna fucking make this motherfucker remember the day that he met me and like all these other things. And like, don't get me wrong, it's great. Too great. Because I think you got like 2 like up and down rotations down. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And in my head, I'm like, this is why they only last 30 seconds. Like, real talk. That's legit what I was thinking. Because you don't need to give me the best blowjob I've ever had. You've already got like the top 500 of those. Okay. But like, you don't need to go from 0 to 100.
Yeah. But I feel like I need to with these guys because like this is the first time they've met me. they have like a certain expectation.
Babe.
I want to give my all.
You are the blowjob queen, okay? They're going to remember you, okay? Like, your average blowjob is better than 98% of the world's best blowjob, okay? Because, like, you don't just, like, go up and down on the cock. No, you're actually sucking while you're going up and down. You throw some tongue in there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, when I think of your blowjobs and, like, how, like, you actually suck, not suck in a bad way, but, like, suction, I think of that meme where it had like Bill Clinton, or in your case, William Clinton, before and after Hillary's blowjob. You know what I'm talking?
No, I've never seen that meme.
It's like, it's really before and after office, you could say, or before office and then like way after office. He looks really young. And then after, he's like, it's almost like he had like all the air like sucked out, like in a plastic bag or whatever, because he looks old, pasty pale white, and wrinkly as fuck. Like he's like worn the fuck out kind of thing. And like, that's how your blowjobs are. Mm-hmm. Like that's how you suck. And so, away. Yeah, but like you also don't need to go 0 to 100 because like perhaps that guy, like, so the truck guy, I know he got like called back into work. Yeah. The first guy, you probably could have fucked him if you didn't like really try to give him the best blowjob of his life.
Like another thing is like it made me realize like this is a reason why some guys I didn't like fucking them because they couldn't go after they come. Yeah. Like that's why I loved fucking you because you could go immediately again.
But the bullshit thing about this entire like argument that you just presented, is in our life today.
In our life,
you
currently,
don't let me.
No, I don't let you.
Go
I'm
second.
Like, no.
See. But you know that I can. Yeah. And the other morning, when you woke me up so rudely in the middle of the night for coitus, keep doing it, by the way. I think, like, I somehow got you to come, like, twice before I did. But it was great. And I took the new toy that was on your nightstand from Taboo Toys, and I put it on your clit, and I just, like, started using it while I was going to Pound Town on you. And it was like too much for you. But my point is like I come and I can go again. I can come and I can go multiple times for multiple hours.
My point is like I should always be first. Okay. I should always come first. You should always try the hardest to make me come first before you even think about yourself.
Spoiler, I don't ever think about myself until I'm about to come and I'm like, fuck, this is going to be really disappointing for you. Okay. The other thing about it is like, you can't say that you should always come first when your entire life's mission in that moment is to give that guy the best blowjob he's ever had. So he only lasts 32 seconds. Fair?
Noted. Fair.
The other thing is don't be doing your fucking Kegels on me when I'm trying not to come. That's just going to make it worse.
Love it.
See my point?
Okay. Anyways, 2 sugar daddy experiences, not very satisfactory for me.
I blame you. Quite literally. The joke is I always say that about you. But anyway, so next week's episode, we're going to talk about the Snapchat Bumble girl who is trying to add me again on Snapchat. Anyway, moving forward, that's going to be next week's episode. And we're going to do a Twitter poll of the week, which we're going to come up with and post relatively early so we can record early in the week because we have I'm taking a business trip and you're coming with me. Yay.
Yay.
With that being said, buy our merch on fullswapshop.com. Check it out. It is amazing. Send us a picture of you modeling it for us, and you could be featured in our social media. And on Taboo Toys, use promo code NAKEDPODCAST21. Get 15% off your order. And follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at TNR Podcasts. That is plural. And what do you think?
Check out Taboo Toys, because that new toy is my fucking favorite.
Yeah, it's still plugged in, although it's in the bathroom so we can clean it because the dog fucking licked it. Apparently she loves it too.
Check it out. Yes. Bye guys.
Adios.